From the North Devon coast to the Atlantic shores, from the tropical rainforests to the sunny Azores, from Icelandic wastelands to Australian deserts. This is Cauldron FM, where the magic really happens.
Enter Merlin, but beware, do not interrupt his magic.
Merry meet to one and all at this special time of our year. As is often my practice, I have sought out input from varying sources for this musing on the subject of Yule, and what has resulted is something that I believe is a fairly comprehensive guide to the symbolism of this time of our year. I have drawn heavily from a web posting made in 1997 by Akasha Ap Emrys on the subject, and I would like to publicly acknowledge this inspirational article. So let's begin by looking at Yule lore as around and about the 21st of December. Now Yule is the time of year when the dark half comes to an end and the light half begins. Every day, beginning with the next sunrise, the sun climbs a little higher in the sky and stays a little longer each day. Solstice night, or the longest night of the year, is a night of much celebration. We celebrate the long-awaited rebirth of the Oak King, the Sun King, the giver of life, who warms the frozen earth and makes her bear forth from seeds protected through the fall and winter in her womb. Bonfires are lit in the fields, and crops and trees are wassailed with toasts of spiced cider. That sounds like a plan to me. In former times, children were escorted from house to house with gifts of clove-spiked apples and oranges, laid in baskets of evergreen boughs and wheat stalks dusted with flour. The apples and oranges represented the sun, the boughs were symbols of immortality, the wheat stalks portrayed the harvest, and the flower symbolized the accomplishment of triumph, light, and life. Holly, mistletoe and ivy not only decorate the outside, but also the inside of homes. It extends an invitation to nature sprites to join the celebration. A sprig of holly can be kept near the door all year long as a constant invitation for good fortune to pay a visit to the residents. The ceremonial Yule log is the highlight of the festival. Traditionally, the log must either have been harvested from the householder's land or given as a gift. It must never have been bought. Once it is brought into the house and placed in the fireplace, it can be decorated with seasonal greenery, doused with cider or ale, and dusted with flour before being set ablaze using a piece of last year's log, which has been kept just for this purpose. The log is allowed to burn throughout the night and then smoulder for 12 days before being ceremonially put out. Ash is the preferred wood of the Yule log. It is the sacred world tree of the Teutons, known as Gadrazil, also known as an herb of the sun. Ash brings light into the hearth at the solstice. A different type of Yule log, and perhaps one more suitable for modern practitioners, would be the type that is used as a base to hold 3 candles. Find a smaller branch of oak or pine and flatten one side so that it sits upright. Taking great care, and by the way, I still bear the scars from doing this, so watch what you're doing. Drill 3 holes in the top side to hold candles of red, green and white for the season, or green, gold and black to represent the sun god, or white, red and black to represent the great goddess. Continue to decorate the log with greenery, red and gold bows, rosebuds, cloves, and then dust with flour. So that's the Yule lore, really. Now, let's look at who the deities of Yule are. There's the goddess Brigid, Isis, Demeter, Gaia, Diana, the Great Mother, and the gods are Apollo, Ra, Odin, Lu, the Oak King, the Horned One, the Green Man, the Divine Child, and Mabon. The newborn gods, sun gods, mother goddesses and triple goddesses. The best known would be Dagda and Brigid, as daughter of Dagda. Brigid taught the smiths the arts of fire tending and the secrets of metalwork. Brigid's flame, like the flame of the new light, pierces the darkness of the spirit and mind, while Dagda's cauldron assures that nature will always provide for all the children. The symbolism of Yule. Yule symbolises rebirth of the sun, the longest night of the year, the winter solstice, introspection and planning for the future. The symbols of Yule. The Yule log, or small Yule log with 3 candles, evergreen boughs or wreaths, holly, mistletoe hung in doorways, gold pillar candles, baskets of clove-studded fruit, a simmering pot of wassail, poinsettias and Christmas cactus. The herbs of Yule. Bayberry, blessed thistle, evergreen, frankincense, holly, laurel, mistletoe, oak, pine, sage and yellow cedar. The foods of Yule. Cookies and caraway cakes soaked in cider, fruit, nuts, pork dishes, turkey, eggnog, ginger tea, spice cider, wassail or lamb's wool, ale, sugar, nutmeg and roasted apples. The incenses of Yule are pine, cedar, bayberry and cinnamon. The colours of Yule. Red, green, gold, white, silver, yellow and orange. The stones of Yule are red, rubies, bloodstones, garnets, greens, emeralds and the white stone diamonds. And the activities of Yule. Carolling, wassailing the trees, burning the Yule log, decorating the Yule tree, exchanging of presents, kissing under the mistletoe, honouring Kris Kringle, the Germanic pagan god of Yule. And the spell workings of Yule. Spells for peace, harmony, love and increased happiness. And so, my dear friends, let me take this opportunity to wish you all a fantastic Yule. Thank you for listening to this show. I want to wish you the best things that life can give you. May the goddess protect you and care for you throughout this and every season. Love and light, and blessed be.
Mystical, magical, Merlin.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that section on Yule. Let's now go into some music. The first artist I'd like to feature is a friend of mine called Andrew Prince. Andrew and I went to school together. We played in different bands. Andrew was in a progressive band. My own particular line was through the pop and good time band. We then lost touch, meeting up briefly for a friend's funeral several years later. We then said that we would not lose touch again, that we would keep in touch. But as things do, you go your separate ways. you get on with your life, and we lost touch, should I say, and carried on doing our own thing. And in the last few weeks, I've met up with Andrew through Facebook, and it transpires that we've both followed similar paths through our lives, both of us becoming therapists, both of us retaining our links with music, both of us into relaxation, both of us choosing to follow a pagan pathway through life. So now it also transpires that we have friends in common that we didn't even know we had. So we vowed that we're going to meet up again. We're still maintaining regular contact. And Andrew sent me his latest CD. And this track is taken from that CD. CD is called Band of Rain, and this is the title track. Andrew Prince and Band of Rain. Was Band of Rain by Andrew Prince. Terrific track. Now, for those of you that didn't recognise it, Andrew was playing an instrument there called the stick. He is one of the world's leading exponents of that particular musical instrument. And I think you'll agree with me, it's a phenomenal sound. So I would like to wish you, again, love and light, and blessed be.